Thank you. Would the President pro tempore please proceed with the initial roll call?
Yes, sir. Senator Adamy. Senator McMillan. Senator Akanda. Senator Akanda. Senator Bateman. Senator DeJong.
Here.
Senator Little. Senator Lavender. Senator Selva. Senator Colvin. Senator Maddox. Senator Maddox. Senator Rossi. Senator Mouget. Senator Tillman. Senator Wilkinson. Senator Palacio. Senator England. Senator Wang. Senator Yanam. Senator Lowry. Senator Shanahan.
Here.
Senator Easer. Senator Ryan.
Here.
Senator Gapalo. Senator Lecky.
Here.
Senator Sam. Senator Gonzalez. Senator Martin. Senator Adams. Senator Dotson.
Here.
Senator Garcia. Senator Bogle.
Here.
Senator Diaz. Senator Alexander. Senator Kruger. Senator Dean. Senator Sylvia. Senator Kuznier.
Here.
Senator Martinez. Senator Murray. Senator Medley-Nera. Senator Tooks. Senator Chabot. Senator Gabadaj. Senator Waters.
Here.
Senator Stinson. Senator Rudd.
Here.
Senator Porter. Senator Kill. Quorum has been verified, Mr. President.
Thank you, President pro tempore Doral Deek. All right, corrections and approval of the journal from May 20th, 2020. I'm going to ask if you would like to make a motion, just to raise your hand, and then I'll call your name, and then you can unmute yourself and, excuse me, make the motion. All right, with that being said, Senator Porter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to approve the journal.
Thank you, Senator Porter. And could you also lower your hand once you've made your motion? Thanks. Is there a second? Senator England.
Second.
Thank you, Senator England. Are there any objections? Seeing none, the journal is approved from May 20th, 2020. Student and non-budgeted RSO comments. Please welcome Shayna Cohen. Shayna, you can unmute yourself.
Thanks, Jack. Hi, so I'm Shayna Cohen. For those of you that don't know me, I was the finance chair for the 72nd Student Senate, and I was the former director for the Inter-Residence Hall Council. I just wanted to briefly tell senators that might not know what IRHC is and what housing is currently dealing with, to put the light of some of their members that are up for confirmation tonight again into a different light. So for those of you that don't know, the Inter-Residence Hall Council is currently recognized as one of the 8 bureaus under the Student Government Association. They work closely with University Housing and the Student Government Association to interact and advocate for students. The way that a person gets to the Senate typically in order to be confirmed is the Inter-Residence Hall Council does its own internal selection process. So the candidates that are up tonight had to be voted on by IRHC's own board of directors and then applied for to be forwarded by the student body president with essentially like the internal vote of confidence of the Inter-Residence Hall Council. As you all are aware of, the pandemic has caused a lot of difficulties across FSU's general management and operations. For university housing, this has been especially difficult because they've had to deal with students moving in, moving out, deciding their relaunch plan for fall. And I know that there was a technical error that's really nobody's fault 2 weeks ago that resulted in the confirmation process not being able to be finished. But regardless of what other events are on the agenda tonight, I think that it would be very important for the Senate to take their time and do their due diligence in interviewing the candidates and what I hope is confirming them for their positions in order to allow them to advocate for the students that live on campus this year. I hope that kind of provided a little bit more insight as to what the Inter-Residence Hall Council is a little bit for those of you that might have still been confused after 2 weeks. And you can always message me if you have any other questions, and have a wonderful Senate. Thank you for letting me speak, President Denton.
Thank you, Shayna. All right, please welcome Connor Donnelly.
Hey everyone, good to see you all again, old faces and new. So I'm coming today, or well, first off, for those who don't know me, my name's Connor Donnelly, and I was formerly in the Student Senate, the 72nd Student Senate, Internal Affairs Committee, so shout out to those in IA, and new Chair Adams, congratulations. So I'm here today to kind of talk to you about an organization that I started. So something that I wanted to work on in the summer was a nonprofit. So I started this thing called Can for COVID Tally. And the goal of the organization is to raise about 500 cans for families that are affected by the coronavirus within Tallahassee. And all the donations that we receive will be given to the Kearney Center here in Tallahassee before the 4th of July. So pretty much all month, we're gonna be collecting throughout the month of June. And so with that ultimate goal of about 500, currently we have roughly around 100 donations so far, just in the first week or so. So we've been doing pretty good. Currently we have donation boxes at Kavakazi over on Call Street by Maple Street Biscuit Company. And we're gonna be putting one in Madison Social tomorrow. So those are 2 donation locations that are easily accessible for a lot of students, so people can drop those off. Dr. Acosta, the organization is called Can for COVID Tally. I have an Instagram and a Facebook for it, if you all can follow that and kind of share the information that I have going through there. The locations for drop-offs are there on that page. So you can find those there. Again, they're on social media, Instagram and Facebook. So hopefully I get to see a lot of you guys follow that and like the posts. I'll definitely give you a follow back. So definitely do that. Also, people we could reach out to that I think would be beneficial right now are people moving out of dorms. So a lot of students have, leftover food from the time they left campus and they might not know what to do with it. So those of you who are moving out of dorms or know people that are, if they don't know what to do with all the leftover food they have, they can definitely donate it and go to a good cause. So that's something that I encourage you guys to do, and maybe to reach out to those students and say, hey, there's a really great way you can donate all this leftover food products, whatever the case may be, to benefit people within Tallahassee. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Just kind of keep updated with the social media posts. The boxes should be out there. We have a blue one in Kabakazi and a purple one over in Madison Social. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Does anyone have any questions about anything that they'd like me to address? I can't see, Jack. You have to let me know.
Bradley, you can go ahead.
You may have said it, but in case I missed it, what are the social media usernames?
Yeah, so it's all one word. So it's CAN for COVID Tally. So I'll spell it out for you. So it's CANNEDFORCOVID Tally, TALLY. And that's the same for both Facebook and Instagram. So you can just give us a follow and like on there. I know a lot of you guys are well represented in the community, and a lot of different people are from a lot of different backgrounds, and I know people would be willing to donate from your different communities, and anyone in Tallahassee too that you might know, if you're still here, maybe donate, or if you know people that are still in Tallahassee that are willing to donate, definitely reach out to those people. It's all going to a good cause. Are there any other questions?
Looks like that's all. Oh, wait,
All
no,
right, cool.
there's a couple more.
Cool.
Senator Martin.
I just have a question. Have you reached out to the director of housing to possibly have students from all parts of campus to know about it? Because I'm pretty sure they can send an email as the residents are moving out as a point of reference.
I haven't done that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that that question. I'll look into doing that.
Oh.
So I'll probably try to do that tonight. Thank you so much for that question. I'll reach out to them and see if I can do that too. I know a lot of students are moving out now, so I think it'd be a really good time to collect and have students donate. So thank you for bringing that up, Senator Martin.
Senator Bogle.
Hey, sorry if this is a dumb question, and I'm sorry if this was already went over, but just to confirm, does it have to be canned food, or can it be things like granola bars, stuff like that?
Not a dumb question at all. Thank you for the question. So we will be collecting, fruit cups, granola bars, can be oatmeal packets, pretty much honestly anything helps realistically. It doesn't just have to be canned goods. But thank you for that question. They gave me a list of a few things that I posted on the social media that are on there. And I think they were fruit cups, granola bars, oatmeal packets, and then various types of cans, soups, things like that. But thank you for your question.
Senator Lucky.
Yeah, so really awesome of you to do this. And I know you were in SGA previously, so I'm just wondering, do you think there's anything that we can do as a student government to help you?
Sure, awesome. First off, thank you for your donation, Chair Leckie, actually. Thanks for the donation, I appreciated that. Honestly, I just wanted to get more outreach. So the issue I've been having so far is just kind of social media reach, reaching out to people. And I know because you guys are from all different types of backgrounds, communities, things like that, I know it'd be easier to go to you guys and see what you guys can be able to do for me as far as, sharing it with your friend groups, whatever, if you're in different organizations, things like that. I think that would definitely help. Other than that, really collection drives are kind of just you have the box out there and you wait and advertise, try to get people to donate and then collect. So currently there's not really a whole lot to do, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated. If within 2 weeks, I'll kind of give you an update as to what's going on at the next student senate meeting. But currently right now, there's not really a whole lot to do. Just honestly donating and reaching out to people. That's probably the best bet. Thanks for your question.
Any other questions? All right, doesn't look, oh wait, Senator Colvin.
Yeah, sorry for the last question at the end. I just had an idea, since I'm moving out on Friday from Reagan's Hall. I have a lot of like perishables myself. Maybe you can work with housing, as Senator Sasha said, about like getting boxes in like Reagan's Hall and Traditions, so people on their way out, they can just dump them in there, and it's just like a like an extra drop-off location. Just another idea.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely think of that. I'll reach out when I reach out to the housing director. I'll definitely mention that to them. Thank you so much.
All right, any further questions? All right, thank you, Connor.
Thanks everyone for your time, and thanks for the questions, and then some really great ideas that I'm definitely going to look to implement. I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully, like I said, to hopefully see you guys on my social media. Just send a follow, like, I'll definitely follow you back. Thanks again. Hope you guys have a great night.
All right, are there any other student and non-budgeted RSO comments? All right, seeing none. Special introductions and announcements. Do we have a special introduction or announcement? I think we might. All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Messages from the executive branch. Please welcome Student Body President Jonathan Levin.
Good evening, Senate. I know I am not Christian Hall. Sorry, my phone died. I'm just here tonight to talk about team. I've had these years ago, so I'll go into further for one of the topics. But starting off, I know you all received a veto, and it was a couple weeks ago. Just we weren't able to address it at the last Senate. So kind of going a little more depth into it, I will not go into very specifics because the sponsor is also in agreement, and we kind of figured out this plan together. However, it deals with the university defender position, and the main subject on this is that the main point of the bill was to ensure that any student could serve within this entity as an advisor for any student going forth to the student council. So that is what happened in the bill. But if you look at the student conduct code, they had already changed it to say anybody can serve as an advisor. And I did not believe that it also was the sole responsibility of SGA to ensure that we are making sure we have someone to get involved with the student council or with the student conduct council and the code. So going with that, the purpose of the bill is still fulfilled, but it kind of just takes away this position, which also has not been filled in any recent years. So Senator Adam Meek and I kind of talked about this through. He supports it. The chair of the council also, the conduct board also supports it. So it should not be of too many questions. But if you have questions, please reach out to the senator, where him and I are both, or myself, but we're both on the same page with this. And so the second topic I'd like to go into is specifically, I'm sure, about everyone knowing kind of the situation that the nation is in, but as well as Tallahassee community. And in the past couple of days, to be quite honest, has been a true test of leadership and also of our community as a whole. But I'm very proud to say that I truly believe, as leaders of the executive branch, but just also as Florida State as a whole, I think we've been able to come together and have conversations that aren't normally had with certain groups on campus. And from what I've seen, been truly able to express concerns and do something about it. With that, the executive branch, they released a statement about an hour ago, pertaining to this issue nationally, but also in Tallahassee community with our action plan of how we plan on moving forward. So I would definitely encourage you to take a look at that, like it, repost it, share those messages, ask questions. But we are here to ensure representing the student body, but also ensuring that we are doing something about it and fulfilling those action plan that we stated. Between myself, Christian, and Tazzy, we've had communication with FSU administration, the city of Tallahassee, where we are having a meeting in the next couple of days with the mayor, John Daly, Mayor Tallahassee, Tallahassee Police Department Chair, Chief, and then also FSU PD Chief and other student leaders. So I'm going to let Tazzy kind of go into more specifics here, but if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Hello, good evening, Senate. So happy to see you all today. I wanted to, like Jonathan said, provide some space for addressing our current situation of what we are in locally and also nationally, and addressing it, allowing ourselves to kind of internalize some of those situations and figure out how exactly we as student leaders are going to use our platform not only to speak out against injustices, but more importantly, create an action plan to move forward. And this is why it's imperative that you all go ahead and read the statement that we put out, because we were very, very, very diligent in creating an action plan for moving forward, and not only doing that with FSU leaders, but in conjunction with our different institutions here in Tallahassee, and also with our community leaders. The second thing I want to do is honor and respect the lived experiences of our impacted community, and acknowledge that this is a very trying time, but recognizing that at Florida State University and with the leaders that we have here, we know how critical and crucial community is, and this is not the first time that we've talked about it. So if you guys know of anyone involved with that is hurting at this time, or is a part of the impacted community, I urge you as student leaders, as allies, to extend a helping hand, whatever that looks like for your capacity, and also, seek resources that the university has to address these situations. Some of those resources includes Jonathan, Christian, myself. We are always here to have conversations with you all, as we know that these conversations are not easy to have, but we are committed to having these hard conversations. And secondly, the University Counseling Center is another resource that is imperative, especially for our impacted communities in regards to debunking and, continuously allowing ourselves to heal and walk through this trying time in action and purpose. So all that being said, I call on you, senators, again, as I've called on you guys before, to not only wear your hat of leadership, but wear your hat of building community as change agents, to have these difficult conversations, but not only to talk, but to walk the walk, whatever that looks like for you in your capacity. We are always here to communicate and talk and debunk and go through things together. So this is extended from Jonathan, Christian, and myself. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vice President Jean-Pierre and President Levin. Messages from agency and bureau directors, SGA organizations, officers, and employees. None. Messages from the executive cabinet.
Hello, everyone. Am I being heard and seen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Jalen. I currently serve as the Secretary for Student Engagement. I'm very happy to be here with all of you, just bringing some updates from the Cabinet. One, this past week, we have been conducting one-on-ones with the Director of Cabinet Affairs, as well as with Tazzy, as we talk about first, just getting to know each other and understanding our personal ideas and our platforms on where we stand in that way. Additionally, we also have begun planning what summer may look like for the fall. Needless to say, but I'll say it anyway, that definitely is going to look different than summers that we've had before, but still being prepared for all of those things and taking on that leadership position that we have to continue to fortify our community and build community in that way. Additionally, we would also like to continue to encourage, uphold, and fortify open communication with you all as we work on those initiatives and bring that change to our community. Lastly, the Executive Cabinet would like to acknowledge the current state of our nation as well as our community. In saying that we would like to stand in full support of all members of Tallahassee as well as our fellow Seminoles on their march and fight toward freedom, social justice, and change. In saying that as well, we would like to encourage all members of Senate, all members and faculty of students and faculty of Florida State University, and quite frankly, anyone else who falls under the sound of this message to utilize and exhaust your power, your platform, and your position to its fullest extent as we advocate for that social justice, change, and equity for communities that have for far too long been neglected. And that kind of wraps up that report. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Blocker. Are there any other messages from the Executive Cabinet? Seeing none. Messages from the class councils? None. Messages from the Congress of Graduate Students? None. Messages from the Judicial Branch? None. Messages from the Union Board and SOAR Board? None. Messages from the Campus Recreation Board? None. Let's see. Report of the SGA Accounting Office. It is the end of the fiscal year, so there's no report. Report of Senate Liaisons. Are there any Senate Liaisons wishing to make a report? Seeing none. None. Report of Committees. Student Life and Academic Affairs.
Hi, everybody. I am here to talk about SLAW. We heard Resolution 45 and Bill 83. Bill 83 was sponsored by Chair Dean and passed unanimously. It talks about transferring $2,000 to the professional closet, working with JCPenney. And then Resolution 45, sponsored by Senator Porter, discusses the partnership of HonorLock with FSU and how Student Senate disapproves of the decision by FSU to partner with HonorLock and ask for different measures to be taken when proctoring an exam. I recently got new information from the director of the Office of Distance Learning. So Senator Porter plans to send Resolution 45 back to SLAW.
Thank you, Chair Martin. Judiciary.
Hey everybody, Judiciary met on Monday and we passed Bills 62 and 79, which you will hear tonight. We had Bill 78 be withdrawn. Bills 80, 81, 82, 84, 85 were tabled. And we're going to have an informal meeting later this week to talk about the things that we weren't able to get to. This won't be a mandatory meeting. We're not going to vote on anything. We're just going to sit around and talk about some of these bills. And I'll be advertising that in the Senate group chat so anybody can attend. I want to thank our guests who came, Senators England, Gertz, Lavender, and Ryan. Thank former Senator Cohen for coming, and thank Parliamentarian Alvarez for coming as well. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Chair Lucky. Budget.
Yep. So hi everyone. I am Chair Dean. We had our committee leadership elections. So congratulations also to Vice Chair Stinson. We heard bills 83, which passed, and bills 70, 71, and 77 were withdrawn by the sponsor. So our next meeting is to be announced, and thank you.
Thank you, Chair Dean. Finance.
Hello, Senate. Finance met on Tuesday at 12:30.
and we elected new committee leadership. I want to congratulate Vice Chair Bogle on his election, and we tabled the rest of the business we had because Senator Sohos is not with us in the summer Senate. We will be meeting next Tuesday at a time yet to be determined.
Thank you, Chair Adamick. Internal Affairs. And Chair Adams, I'll let you give any report you'd like to give, and then I'll entertain a motion to enter Internal Affairs as a whole. So for the purpose of hearing the candidates for IRHC.
So Internal Affairs did not interview anyone yesterday, but we had our elections. Congratulations to Vice Chair Gonzalez. And we just had our IA orientation.
Awesome. Thank you, Senator Adams. With that, we move into Senate confirmations. Is there a motion to enter Internal Affairs as a whole? Senator Dean.
Yes, so moved.
Is there a second? Senator Gonzalez.
So seconded.
Thank you, Senator Gonzalez. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we're now in Internal Affairs as a whole. Please welcome Chair Adams.
All right, so we are now in IA as a whole. If the candidates could please state their first and last name and the position that you're applying for. Starting with Marissa Chu.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marissa Chu, and I am asking for your confirmation as Inter-Residence Hall Council Agency Director, and I really look forward to working with all of you in the future.
The IRHC Assistant Director.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christine Fulton, and I'm applying for confirmation of the role as Associate Director of IRHC. I'm excited to be here. Have a good evening.
The Assistant Director of Finance. Is he here?
I do not think so.
Okay. And the SCIRC Treasurer.
Hi, everyone. I'm Antonella, and I'm requesting your confirmation as SCIRC Treasurer.
All right, you guys will now have 3 minutes for your opening. Whatever you don't use can be used for your closing. So Marissa, whenever you're ready, you can begin.
Thank you so much. As IRHC Director, I look to expand the role of IRHC in the residents' lives, especially our undergraduate students. The majority, I would say at least 90% of our residents, if not all, are primarily freshmen coming in to the dorms. And as IRHC, we are the third thing, if you want to count the room key or room assignment that freshmen receive upon their first steps on campus. So that big responsibility, that's what IRHC does. We reach out to the students, we get them involved. And as director, I look to expand IRHC in collaboration with SGA and our involvement to be that marketing source with other things on campus. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining for your closing. If Christine, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hello, I'm Christine. Once again, I'm applying for confirmation of Associate Director of IRHC. I'm excited to begin this role if confirmed. I think especially during this quarantine crisis and everything and having to leave campus, my role is very important and I'm excited to fulfill that. I would be in charge of doing programming and creating the housing experience for upcoming freshmen. And I think that is very important considering that a lot of the sophomores that may be coming back, other upperclassmen, didn't get the end of year experience. And I'm excited to provide that to them through proper programming and creating a good environment for them on IRHC next year.
Thank you. You have 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining for your closing. Antonella, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi, Senate. Again, I'm applying for treasurer of SCIRC, which is the Student Council for Undergraduate Research. And as if confirmed, usually we have budget left over at the end of the year, and I want to allocate and expand budget as much as possible to fund travel grants and to support research and student research. And yeah, the goal is to really get the word out and to support as many undergrad researchers as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. You have 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining for your closing. The floor is now open to any technical, non-debatable questions.
Senator, if any senators have any questions or anything, I would suggest just going ahead and saying it, because Chair Adams won't be able to see your hand raised.
Thank you. I have a question for all 3 candidates. Are you currently financially certified?
You can answer the question in the same order that you spoke before.
I'm assuming, was that question directed at me, or are we just?
You can begin, and then Christine and Antonella can answer after you.
Okay, I'm sorry, do you mind repeating the question?
Yes, I asked if you are currently financially certified.
If you're talking about the finance test, is that specifics? Okay. I'm currently in the process of taking that test. I'm working alongside my current treasurer and advisor to get that underway. Thank you for your question.
I am also in the process of being certified. I'm connecting with our past treasurer. There's been some wait time with that, but I am working closely with my board to be certified.
I am also in the same boat with that. I'm in the process of trying to obtain that certification. There have been technical difficulties, which is why there has been this long time trying to get it.
Are there any further technical, non-debatable questions? Again, you don't have to raise your hand, you can just speak. Okay, seeing no further questions, the floor is now open to any other questions.
A point of clarification. To my knowledge, when the fiscal year ends soon, you have to take the test again, even if you're financially certified right now, just so everybody knows.
Are there any further questions about position, experience, future goals, character?
Yeah, so I have one. This is for SCIRC Treasurer, Antonella. So you spoke about your goals, allocating money towards travel. How do you plan on maybe accommodating that as we go into the fall, and maybe, we can't fund travel or the university doesn't let us?
Yes, so we are in the process of electing a travel grants chair, and I will be working closely with them to combat travel issues. Obviously, things in the fall we probably won't be focusing on travel, so we are definitely going to be pushing people to apply for the IDEA grant and to be doing more remote work in Tallahassee. So that's something that SCIRC as a whole has to address. Thank you for your question, though.
I have a question for Ms. Chu.
What are some concrete goals that you have for this upcoming year?
That's a great question, and I've been working closely with my executive board in the summer. We have a lot of great plans. Me personally, as director, some of my concrete goals are to establish the name and our organization better in the FSU community within the students. IRHC is a bureau that not a lot of students know about. As in, like, if you see someone on the campus and you ask them what IRHC is, they necessarily don't really know, and you have to explain to them, yada yada. So I look forward to expanding students' knowledge of who we are, what we do, and connecting students more within Hall Council to develop leadership skills that they can take in their career and within the classroom. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay, barring any further questions, is there a motion to forward the candidates individually?
So moved.
Is there a second?
So seconded.
Are there any objections? Okay. Candidates, you will now have time remaining from your opening to give your closing statement in the same order we did the opening. So beginning with Marissa, you have 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining for your closing. Whatever time you don't use, you can yield. And you may begin whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Once again, everyone, my name is Marissa Chu, and I'm asking for your confirmation as Inter-Residence Hall Council Agency Director. We have some big plans for the future for FSU and our student body residents. We would look forward, I especially look forward to getting more involved with SGA and collaborating more intimately than we have before in the past. And I look forward to working with you all in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Christine, you have 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining for your closing. You may begin whenever you're ready.
Hello, once again, my name is Christine Fulton, and I'm looking to be confirmed for the Associate Director position for IRHC. I am looking forward to programming, creating the best residential experience that I can for students coming back onto campus this fall. I believe that, especially after how we abruptly left campus in the spring, it's very important that we make that up in some way and create the best possible environment that we can for students that are living on campus. And I'm excited to do so. Once again, good night. I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you so much. Antonella, you have 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining for your closing. You may begin whenever you're ready.
Once again, my name is Antonella Monero, and I'm looking for your confirmation as treasurer for SCIRC. This year, I'm very excited to utilize our budget to help as many undergraduate researchers follow through with their ideas and connect with professors. And I'm looking forward for your support in that and having the word out there, because a lot of people on campus aren't aware of the opportunities that SCIRC offers. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you. We will now proceed with the votes. If each candidate individually could please state their name, their first and last name, and the position that they're applying for, and then we will vote on you individually, beginning with Marissa.
Hi again, my name is Marissa Chu, and I'm asking for your confirmation as Inter-Residence Hall Council Agency Director. Thank you.
Okay, the pro tempore will now proceed with the vote.
All right, everybody. So if you could just go ahead and click yes for yes, no for no, and then go faster for abstention on the first candidate, Mrs. Chu. And please keep it, keep your response until I clear it. Senator Stinson, could you please vote? Senator Bogle, could you vote as well? Senator Shanahan? All right, so this candidate passes with 35 yeas, 1 abstention, and 0 nays.
Congratulations, Marissa. If we could now have the IRHC Associate Director or Assistant Director, please state your first and last name and the position that you're applying for, and we will proceed with the vote.
Hello again, my name is Christine Fulton, and I'm applying for the role of Associate Director of IRHC.
All right, so you guys can all go ahead and click yes, nay, or abstention for candidate Fulton. Senator Colvin, DeYoung. Senator Little, Senator Leckey. Senator Maddox. Senator Easer, could you please vote? This candidate passes again with 35 yay, 0 nay, and then 1 abstention.
Congratulations, Christine. And if we can now have the candidate for SCIRC Treasurer, please state your first and last name and the position you're applying for, and we will proceed with the vote.
Hi again, Senate. My name is Antonella Maneiro, and I'm seeking your confirmation as SCIRC Treasurer.
Thank you, candidate Monero. And again, just vote yes for yay, no for nay, and then go faster for abstention. Senator Shanahan, could you please vote? Senator Yanam. This candidate passes with 35 yay, 0 or 34 yay. My bad. 34 yay, then 1 abstention and 0 nays.
please keep your vote until I clear it. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the candidates. I'd now like to make a motion to exit IA as a whole.
So moved.
So seconded.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Any objections?
Any objections?
All right. Welcome back to Senate. Is there a motion at this time, and you can use the raise hand function, to accept the decision of the committee as the decision of the whole? Senator Porter?
So moved.
Thank you, Senator Porter. Is there a second? Senator England?
Second.
Thank you, Senator England. Are there any objections? Seeing none, the decision of the committee is adopted as the decision of the whole. We're still in confirmations. I believe there is a candidate for Senate here tonight. Pro Tempore Darrell D, could you scroll up just a little bit so I can see the names? Thank you. Oh, yes. Candidate Connor McKay, are you here?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, Connor. All right. We will now hear you for Senate. The floor is now open for questions for, actually, Connor, could you please state your name and the seat that you're applying for?
I'm Connor McKay, and I'm applying for Arts and Sciences, seat 7.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. McKay. All right, the floor is now open for questions. Senator Bogle.
Hi, just a question for you. What do you believe makes you qualified to represent the College of Arts and Sciences? Thank you.
I'm about to enter my 3rd year as a pre-law student studying psychology. And after being surrounded by many students pursuing many different fields in arts and sciences throughout the different courses I've taken throughout my time before I declared psychology this last semester, I've met students in the College of Arts and Sciences from many different backgrounds, upbringings, and beliefs that make me feel like I'm fit to represent them as a whole.
Senator Chabot.
Hi, point of information, was this seat up for 2 weeks on the SGA website before being sent forward for confirmation? Because to my knowledge, it was not.
Dr. Acosta, do you know?
Yeah, I believe this person was forwarded 2 weeks ago when all of those seats were posted online.
Okay, because I received word from another person who was trying to apply that it was up for only 2 days before being forwarded by exec.
President Denton, can I make a point of clarification?
Yes, Senator Lucky.
We discussed this in rules, and based on what was said in rules, the seat was under applied sciences instead of arts and sciences. However, everybody who applied for an arts and sciences seat was considered for seat 7. So yeah, so we discussed this in rules.
Okay, thank you.
All right, does that answer your question, Senator Chabot?
Yes, it does, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Senator Lucky, do you mean to ask a question?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, Senator Gonzalez.
Yeah, so I have a question. Connor, you spoke about how you met a couple of different people from different walks of life. So what other communities beside the one that you're applying for with your college do you plan to represent if you get the seat?
I plan on representing pretty much all students from the pre-law background as well, because those are the students I've interacted with the most due to the fact that we all have similar career goals, whether it be as a public defender, dealing with brokerage, contract law, or pursuing politics as a career.
Thank you.
Senator Bateman.
Yes, Mr. McKay, in the past, have you held any positions that may have prepared you to take on leadership responsibilities and represent your students, the student body as a whole?
I held a representative position all 4 years of high school in my high school student government. I was a 3-year member of the National Honor Society at my high school, and I'm currently a member on, I think, 3 committees in my fraternity.
Senator Kuznier.
Do you have any goals or particular things that you would like to focus on when you're working in the Senate if you are appointed?
I would like to learn as much as I can about the Senate proceedings over the summer, as this was an appointed position rather than an elected, before I want to run again for a seat in the College of Arts and Sciences again in the fall.
Are there any further questions? Senator Waters.
Hey, what concrete goals do you have that you hope to accomplish here in the Senate?
I would like to not miss a single meeting. If originally I was supposed to attend the last 2 meeting to get confirmed back then, but I couldn't get out of work in time, and I had planned to hopefully run for a vice chair position. But since I can't do that anymore, whatever committee I do get appointed to by Senator Denton, I would like to give my fullest involvement to that, as well as the rest of the Senate.
Thank you.
Senator Dean.
Yeah, so were you at the new senator orientation?
Yes, I was.
Oh, fantastic initiative.
Senator Gonzalez.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, you described your philanthropies with your fraternity as one of the areas that you are passionate about. So can you expand a little bit more about what that philanthropy supports?
Right now, we hadn't done too much outside of basic just money raising goals. We were, before the school year ended, we were planning on having a big barbecue philanthropy event to support TMH, but I had reached out to the current philanthropy chair right before the lockdown did Corona to go back and to look into tutoring mostly elementary and middle school age students who look up to young adults mostly, because throughout high school, that is how I did most of my community service hours. And my freshman year of college, I served for Dr. Wilbur Butler, who is now a biology professor at TCC, I believe, for his STEM gym program. And I saw that going around all the schools of the Leon County School District, all the monitors of the after-school programs just stressed enough that there was not a lot of hands-on help from college students.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, if there are no further questions, is there a motion to forward the candidate? Senator England.
So moved.
Thank you, Senator England. Is there a second? Senator Gonzalez.
So seconded.
Thank you, Senator Gonzalez. Are there any objections? Seeing none. Mr. McKay, you may give a quick closing if you'd like. If not, you can just state your name and the position you're applying for again.
I don't really have much to give towards the closing besides that I'd like to thank you guys this opportunity that I'm being given to hold this summer seat for the College of Arts and Sciences. But I am Connor McKay, applying for seat 7 to represent the College of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you. All right, with that being said, we're now in line to vote. Please vote yes for yes, no for no, or go faster for abstention. And as a reminder, this candidate will need a 2/3 vote in the affirmative to pass because the seat was previously held during the 72nd Student Senate.
please keep your vote up until I get a chance to record it. Senator Little, could you please vote? Senator McKay, you can vote as well. Oh, sorry. No, you can't. You're not a senator. This is on you. My bad. All right, so vote reads 25 yay, 3 nay, and 7 abstentions. Candidate, I believe he should pass. But let me just do the math. Yeah,
You don't count abstentions.
passes.
Yeah. All right. With the, okay, so now the candidates who were confirmed for IRHC and Mr. McKay, you may all unmute yourselves, and I'll have the President pro tempore please administer the oath of office.
Awesome. Candidates, may you please raise your right hand. You guys all have your mics unmuted. Perfect. So please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I say your name.
I, Connor McKay,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute
You
do
solemnly
solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong oath. I was reading the oath under. Yeah. We're just going to start over. So I say your name.
I, Connor McKay,
Promise to support and defend
promise
promise to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the
the
Constitution
Constitution of the United States of America,
the state of Florida,
the state of
the state
Florida,
of Florida,
and the Florida State University student body,
and the Florida State
the Florida State University student body,
and I shall perform my duties
and I shall
and I shall
perform my duties
perform my duties
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my
my
ability.
ability.
So help me God.
So help
So help
me
me
God.
God.
Congratulations, candidates. You are now
Thank you.
all in your positions.
All right. Was candidate Antonella taking the oath as well?
I didn't hear her.
Yeah, I think we may have missed her.
Antonella, you still on the line?
Yes, hi. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Were you able to say the oath? Because if you didn't, I'll have to do it with you right now.
I did. I just I had myself muted. I didn't realize. I can say it again if that's okay.
I think we trust you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. Let me see. I did something here and I can't see the screen that Ahmad is sharing. Oh. Pro tempore Darrell Deek, are you sharing? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Let me fix my screen here again and we'll move on. All right, moving forward. Consent calendar. PAC and RTAC did not meet because they don't meet over the summer. Senator Yanam. Senator Yanam, you have your hand raised. Do you have a motion or point?
Pursuant to Rule 1.8, I make a motion of no confidence on the President of the Student Senate.
Okay.
You're gonna give me a second so I can refresh my memory on this part of rules and procedure. So the chair and the senator who made the motion shall present the motion percent structure of the debate. All right. So that means I have now presumed the chairship, so I will be running this no confidence vote. So with that being said, in a no confidence vote, there is no slander, no negative comments. So please keep it to facts and facts only. This is a very, official vote. So please, ensure proper decorum at all times. And so with that being said, how this is going to go, it's basically going to be presented as if it's a bill. Yeah, it'll be like the structure of debate will be as if it was a bill. And we will discuss, we'll give the senator who made the motion an opportunity to present her case and why she believes that there should be a no confidence vote. After that, we will go into technical non-debatable questions, and then we will do a pros, or I believe just doing a deliberation, moving to deliberation in regards to the matter. And then after that, we will give the candidate a closing, and then we will do the no confidence vote. And for the no confidence vote to be valid, it needs no less than 3/4 of all the members of the Senate present. So it needs 75% to be upheld. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions prior to us moving forward? Senator Porter.
Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for a no confidence vote to pass, it would need more than 3/4 of the Senate to pass with a certain percentage of Senate present. Do we have that?
It says we need a 2/3 majority of the Senate, and we have 2/3 of the summer Senate, yes.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Parliamentarian Alvarez.
Just to make sure everybody is clear, it is actually in Rule 1.8, it needs to be that 3/4 of the members of the Senate are present, with 2/3 voting in the affirmative for the motion to pass.
Oh, so I flipped it, my bad. All right, Senator Yanam, do you wish to say anything before your opening? No, because Parliamentarian Alvarez had sent me some photos. Did you want me to put those up as a screen
yes,
share?
if you could, that would be great.
Stressful, guys. All right, so with that being said, Senator Yanam, you have 5 minutes for your opening, and whatever you don't use will be sent to your closing. You may begin.
Hello, Senate. I got to be honest, I didn't think I would be making this motion tonight. Today I received screenshots made by a member of our Senate leadership to a large public group chat that refers to transgender people and queer people as grave evils. In response to that, I don't believe that any person nor a senator or a member of our Senate leadership should ever be say anything like this as a representation of the Senate. On top of that, it's Pride Month, and 51 years ago, Stonewall riots began, and I don't personally feel comfortable sitting in this meeting knowing that someone who has direct power over me and direct power over everyone in the Senate has referred to me and my community as a grave evil. That being said, I yield the rest of my time to my closing. The messages are on the screen that I received today with the names blocked out, with President Denton making the comments that I've just described. If anybody's unable to read them on the screen, I'm happy to have them personally sent to you on GroupMe. But with that, I yield for my closing.
My bad, I was muted. Sponsor yields with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to her closing. With that, are there any technical non-debatable questions? Please make sure your hand is raised so I can see if you have a technical non-debatable. Senator Chabot.
Yes, we seem to have skipped over this, but we do need a second for this motion, just to make sure everything is legit.
All right. I just wanted to make sure, was there a second for Senator Yonam's motion? Senator Medley Nara.
I second.
I appreciate it.
You see.
All right.
I don't know if you could see. Can you get in?
Mm-hmm.
Mom's trying to figure out what to do. Oh. Dr. Acosta
Right.
is texting Jake in the background and we can see it.
All right, guys. Oh, you guys can see that. That's not cute. All right, so are there any further technical non-debatable questions, guys?
Yeah, question. Is that the end of it? Or?
Oh, maybe there's one more. There's one more photo.
Thank
There's
you.
4, of course. Any further technical non-debatables? If there is none, I'll be accepting a motion to go into deliberation in regards to the no confidence vote. Senator Lavender.
This is just a point of personal privilege. For these screenshots, can you spend like just 15, 20 seconds on each one? It's like kind of hard to see on the screen. Like what's...
Can you see the one that's currently up? Should I can zoom in? Well, I guess not. This is the first one. Oh.
Okay.
And then I'll keep it on this one for a moment and then we'll go to the second. But are there any motions to be made? Yes, Senator Chabot. Has anybody made a motion? I am accepting a motion to go into deliberations if there are no further technical non-debatable questions. Senator Gonzalez.
So moved.
Senator Lavender.
Second.
All right. So now with that being said, Parliamentarian Alvarez, yes.
Understanding that Rule 1.8 states that the debate shall be, in the structured debate described in Rule 11, it shall be pro-con as though it were a bill rather than roundtable deliberation.
All right, Senator Gonzalez, can you withdraw your motion and make a motion in regards to making it
I
pro-con?
withdraw my motion.
And then do you move to go into pro-con debate?
So moved.
Thank you. And Senator Lavender, do you second?
So seconded.
Parliamentarian Alvarez, I do have a question. So how are we supposed to go into pro-con if there's going to be no negative debate? So therefore, are we just going to speak in
You can still speak against the motion or in favor of the motion. The only stipulation is as described in 1.10. That, or sorry, excuse me, let me make sure that, so quoting from Rule 1.8, although pertinent debate related to character and suitability for office shall be permitted, at no time shall the presiding officer allow any debate that involves personal attacks or slander, which would be in the same way that senators would speak in internal affairs when deliberating over a candidate for public office. It just cannot be slanderous nor an attack of any sort when speaking in either pro or con during a motion of no confidence.
Got it. So keep it factual, guys. So with that being said, we are in pro con, but prior to going to pro con, I did want to do a attendance check to ensure that we have like nobody's leaving and coming from the meeting, so I can make sure that when we do get to the no confidence vote itself, everybody who is here is able to vote. So with that being said, when I say your name, please raise your hand in the participant section, just because I need to go through this one more time, just make sure we're completely good to go. All right, Senator Adamik. Senator Murcia. Senator Macmillan. Senator McKay. Senator Akonda. Senator Bateman. Senator Bateman. Senator DeYoung. Senator Little. Senator Lavender. Senator Selva. Senator Colvin. Senator Maddox. Senator Rossi. Senator Rossi. Senator Mouget. Senator Mouget. Senator Tillman. Senator Wilkinson. Senator Wilkinson. Senator Palacio. Senator Palacio. All right. Senator England. Senator Wang. Senator Yanam. Senator Lowry. Senator Shanahan. Senator Easer. Senator Shanahan. It's here. All right. Senator Ryan. Senator Gapalo. Senator Lecky. Senator Sam. Senator Gonzalez. Senator Denton. Senator Martin. Senator Adams. Senator Dotson. Senator Garcia. Senator Bogle. Senator Diaz. Senator Bogle.
Present. Sorry, I was waving my hand.
All right, I appreciate it. Everybody, please make sure you raise your hand from the raise hand function. Senator Alexander. I see you, Senator Bateman. Senator Kruger. Senator Kruger. Senator Dean. Senator Sylvia. Senator Kuznier. Senator Martinez. Acancio Martinez. Senator Murray. Senator Medlinera. Senator Tooks. Senator Tooks. Senator Donald Ross. Senator Chabot. Senator Nimna, or Senator Gaba, I'm sorry, Senator Nimna. That's just, your name's a little hard for me. Senator Waters. Senator Stinson, Senator Slemach. She is no longer a senator. Got it. Senator Rudd. Senator Rudd. And then Senator Porter. Okay, one. All right, so currently we have 38 members present, which is perfect. So with that being said, now that we are ensured that quorum is here and everything's accurate in regards to how many senators we have, it's 38. With that, we are now in pros and cons in regards to the motion of no confidence into President Denton. And with that being said, I want to ensure that everybody keeps into consideration, you know, the fact that you cannot say anything that is, you know, negative or bad. Keep it factual, and keep, you know, bad language out of it. I would really appreciate that. So with that being said, we are in the first round of pro, which shall last 2 minutes. I will do each round lasting 2 minutes. So first round of pro, Senator Lavender.
Mr. President Pro Tempore.
It should be how many? 3?
3 minutes for each round.
That's fine. Senator Lavender, you may begin.
I think Senator Bogle had a point.
Senator Bogle, your point?
I do, yes. It's a point of inquiry. So when you say, just because I want to get everything straight, so when you say it must stay along the factual lines, we can't give our personal opinion of these as senators?
So you can, but you got to remember that every person has free speech. You got to keep into consideration the fact if he was representing himself as a senator or not when he was in these groups. But beyond that, I would say just make sure you're keeping the things that you say on a factual line rather than saying, you know, saying things that could be presumed as an attack on his character.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Senator Little, I'd like to speak in the first round of pro. Okay, Senator Porter.
Thank you. I actually had a point as well. Point of inquiry to either the sponsor, the parliamentarian, whoever. Could you just explain very quickly what was the nature of this group chat where the messages were sent? I guess as the pro tempore, you can assign that to whoever can answer.
Parliamentarian Alvarez, or I would say Senator Yanam, because she's the one that made the motion and she's the one that had access to these, I believe. So Senator Yanam, if you'd like to answer Senator Porter's question, that would be great.
The group chats the screenshots come from a group chat that was a public group chat of a student organization here on campus. A peer sent them to me out of concern, and I don't know if I'm at liberty to say anything else, but I'm waiting for clarification from the person who sent them to me before announcing anything. But if I get more information soon, I will give that in the form of a point of clarification as time goes on.
All right, are there any further technical any further points prior to us going into the first round of pro? All right, so we are in the first round of pro with 3 minutes. Anybody would like to speak in the first round of pro? Senator Bogle.
Thank you, Pro Tempore Darrell Deek. So, like many of my fellow Pride Caucus members, as soon as I saw these screenshots, I was upset. Specifically, the nature of these messages are just very troubling to me. And to me, as a student, as students of this university, we are told to uphold the garnet and gold. And that really means respecting differing opinions and informed debate and providing a dynamic learning environment. But the most important bit about that to me is respect. And to me, in my opinion, this rhetoric is not respectful in the slightest. To me, in my personal opinion, this rhetoric calls quote unquote transgenderism a grave evil. And that to me and many of my fellow Pride Caucus members is unacceptable. Thank you.
All right, sponsor, your senator yields with 1 minute and 52 seconds. Is there another senator willing to speak in pro? Senator Chabot.
Good evening, Senate. I would like to read this statement on behalf of Brendan Gertz, who is the head of the Pride Caucus. He said, on this, the beginning of Pride Month and the following of the killing of Tony McDade, it is imperative that the Senate stand up and defend the lives of trans students and people. Unfortunately, this motion was made because the Senate president has engaged in a statement that does not meet this goal. Understanding that FSU SGA has at its core the values of unity and diversity, it is imperative we defend those values. The description of transgender people and queer people as evil is disheartening. As a member of the queer community, I am hurt. I am hurt to hear it from the leader of our Senate. I am hurt to see the Senate represented this way. We must act in a moral way, and we must pass this motion of no confidence. We must protect our students. We must protect them all, no matter if they are queer or transgender. And I echo that same sentiment. I believe that this does not represent Senate and represent the character of Senate, and so I believe we should pass this motion. Thank you. I yield.
Sponsor yields with 50 seconds. Are there any further sponsors willing to speak in pro? Senator Medley Nara.
I don't think I sponsored this. However, I do want to speak.
Oh, did I say sponsor? I apologize.
Okay. I was speaking if it wasn't the right time. But I was just going to say that I think that the messages, especially considering where they were sent, I think that it was, I just think that those statements are unacceptable in those sort of chats. I certainly believe everyone has freedom of speech, but time and place, especially given individuals' positions. That's all I wanted to highlight. Thank you.
She yields with 20 seconds to the first round of pro. Would anybody else like to speak? Senator Little.
Yes, hi, I'll keep it brief. I think as a Senate body, our first and foremost duty is to represent our constituents. And that means all of our constituents. Sexuality is not a choice. And I think that speaking negatively on an aspect of our student body that they don't choose reflects poorly on our Senate, especially when it's coming from the Senate president himself.
Sorry, Senator. The first round of pro is extinguished. So with that, we are in the first round of con. Would any senator like to speak in the first round of con? Senator Dean, you're recognized.
Yeah, so to say I understand the frustration of everyone who's spoken pro would be inaccurate, because truly I don't. And I haven't been in your position and I don't understand your view. So this is from my point of view, is this is free speech, and while the words may be not very wholesome and are very, very inaccurate representations of what a student leader should be, I personally believe that every person is within their rights to share within their own group chats, etc., information that they believe to be important. He was also saying stuff about abortions and such. So it is not essentially that he was entirely referring to transgender and queer people as evil. I would hate to misconstrue his point, but I know Senator Denton, President Denton, and his relationship with students and with people around the campus, and I don't believe this to be an accurate representation of him. I believe he was just trying to bring forth another point, a point that he was trying to say his support and love for the Catholic Church, and in that he was just very passionate in doing so. So with that, I yield.
Senator yields with 1 minute and 42 seconds in the first round of con. Are there any other senators wishing to speak at this time? Senator Gonzalez.
Yeah, I want to echo some of the same sentiments that Senator Dean has just expressed. I believe, looking at the screenshots, that he was just saying something that he thought was factual in terms of how it represented the church. And I don't think it was a representation, obviously, of how we as leaders should be. But I do believe that this doesn't represent him as a person. And I do believe that he is within his right to say something factual about what organizations represent. This doesn't reflect me. I personally would never do this, but I do understand the context of the situation. And so I do understand, I try to kind of understand where he was coming from.
Senator yields with 51 seconds in the first round of con. Anyone else wishing to speak in the first round of con? If there are no other senators wishing to speak in the first round of con, we are now in the second round of pro. Any senators wishing to speak in the second round of pro? Senator Leck.
Listen, Jack is my friend. I've known him since I've been in Senate, and he's a good guy. I don't think that in any way he's a bad person. But when you look at the position of Senate President, it's a position that represents everybody on this campus. It's not something anybody's entitled to. It's a responsibility that you're given, that you're entrusted with. It's not a privilege to be Senate President. It's up to us to pick somebody who can do the job properly. And this is nothing to say about Jack. Like I said, he's my friend. But we should pass this motion because people on this campus don't feel comfortable with those comments and feel comfortable with somebody leading the Senate that has said those things. Now, I'm a straight white guy, so I don't really understand a lot of these things, but I know one thing, and it's that when I don't understand a community, it's my job to listen. And tonight, I think we should listen to what these people are saying and really think about this decision carefully. It's important that we do things that represent everybody in the student body, and I think that we should listen to what people who are truly affected by this have to say. With that, I yield.
Senator yields with 1 minute and 45 seconds to the first round of pro. Senator Medley Nara.
Hi, everyone. I'm gonna level. I'm a first-year student who just got into Senate, and I'm the first transgender woman elected to Senate. I was not really confident coming into Senate, honestly, and I was very shaky about whether or not I was going to run for Senate. If I had been in that chat or heard of being in that chat, I wouldn't have run for Senate. This is important because as the leader of the Student Senate, I believe that every student should feel welcome. And those sort of opinions shouldn't be shared in public chats with other students. And I just sort of wanted to highlight that aspect as someone who just got here and who did just have these conversations. And with that, I yield. Thank you.
Senator Medley Nara yields with 39 seconds to the first round of pro. Senator Waters.
Hey, Senate. I think we should pass this, simply being that with such a high caliber position. I think we all entrust it. We all entrust our said leaders to be a representation of us. Although we are granted freedom of speech, when you are in a public office, you're public property. And that means that you must say things that won't necessarily offend other people, excuse me. And so I think we should have someone that represents Senate. With that, I yield.
Perfect. I was just about to cut you off because my timer went off. But all right. With that, the second round of pro has been extinguished. So we are now in the second round of con. Do any senators wish to speak in the second round of con? Senator Chabot?
I make a motion. I would like to move for a non-senator to speak, please.
Is there a question directed to this non-senator?
No.
Parliamentarian Alvarez.
It pertains to a point of clarification.
She doesn't have to direct it to anyone. Can't you just make a motion for a non-senator to speak?
The motion for a non-senator to speak is only to be made if there is a point of information on the floor that no senator can immediately answer.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we are in the second round of con. Are there any senators wishing to speak? Senator Porter.
I had another point of inquiry. If I could just ask Senator Chabot who wanted to speak and what they wanted to speak on, if you may, or if I may ask.
Yes, Senator Chabot, you can answer that.
Yes, it is a student who has pertinent information to this case.
Okay. Like, unless there's a question or something that I'm not sure if we can really direct this to them, because it's such a sensitive matter when it deals with our own leadership. So with that, is there anybody wishing to speak in the second round of con? Senator Dean.
Senator, Parliamentarian Alvarez, is it possible to waive the rules and allow this person to speak?
Only Senate officers and senators may speak on the floor unless there is a motion to allow a non-senator to speak in the case of a point of information being made.
So it seems like it's being made clear. Yes, Senator Gonzalez.
Point of inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
Yanam, do you have any more information about the context of this group chat?
I'm not privy to give any more context to this group chat according to the person who gave me the messages. They are not comfortable with me disclosing any information, but what is most important about the context of this group chat is that it was a public group chat with a large student population, and while I am not a member of this group chat, it came to me very quickly. And that is what I think is the most important facts about the group chat.
All right. So with all of this being said, is there anybody wishing to speak in the second round of con? Because if not, I will be accepting a motion in regards to calling the question on this no confidence vote. Senator Bogle.
Yes, I wanted to make a point of information and ask, what exactly was this person going to say?
Okay.
Can I answer?
Senator Chabot.
I would like to defer that to Senator Yanam, please.
Senator Yanam.
I personally am not aware of an instance in which this opinion and this belief has affected anyone who has appeared before the Senate, but there is a person here who has. And I was hoping that they would be able to share that experience.
Again, if they had made a request to speak during open comment, that would have been something completely different. But just the fact that, like, I don't understand the cause for another person to be speaking on a matter that details the Senate president, and all the senators who are affected by his choices are in front of us right now to make their case against or for him. Senator Bogle.
Sorry, I believe my point was never like fully answered. So with that, is there any way that we can then defer that point of information to this person? Because nobody can seem to tell me exactly what they were going to say. So why can't we just defer to that person to hear exactly what they were going to say?
Senator Alvarez, Parliamentarian Alvarez, do you believe that they're making enough justification in regards to having a non-senator speak on such a sensitive matter?
In situations like these, it is at the discretion of the presiding officer to decide, quote, what is in order, unquote. And if the members of the Senate disagree with the chair, they may raise a point of order to override the president, which would necessitate either unanimous consent of members of the Senate or a simple majority to override what the presiding officer believes is in or is not in order.
I don't believe it is in order, therefore we're just going to continue in regards to speaking in the second round of con, or if there's a motion to be made in regards to the no confidence vote being called to the question. If not, yes, Senator Bateman.
Yes, I would like to speak on this issue, especially containing the circumstances surrounding it. I want to trust the senators who have brought this to us and express that this is a very public announcement that President Denton made. But without further context, I don't know if I can trust that, and especially in a situation such as this, where in the last few weeks we've seen the importance of free speech and expression of personal beliefs. And as far as I can tell, this is exactly that. We may disagree with what he said or how he said it, but it is important to express that we protect people's individual right to express their beliefs and in their communities and to do so. And not only that, but we can also trust that people such as President Denton and us as a whole, what we hold personal doesn't necessarily affect how we do our work and how we can act in the community as a whole. So I just wanted to speak in favor of him and his character.
Senator yields with 1 minute and 48 seconds to the second round of con. Parliamentarian Alvarez, I did have a point of inquiry in regards to when the president would get an opportunity to say something in regards to the vote of no confidence. Does he get an opportunity?
When a motion of no confidence is placed on the floor, whichever officer it has been placed against, they would step down and serve as just any other senator. Understanding that it's been laid out in the rules that debate is similar to that of legislation, the accused may speak at any time during rounds of pro or con with points as well, but they do not have a designated speaking time, unlike the sponsor of the motion.
All right, I appreciate that.
So they have the same rights as
any other
regular senator.
Perfect. So with that, there's still 1 minute and 48 seconds in the second round of con. Would anybody like to speak? Senator Kuznier.
If allowed, I would like to move to suspend the rule and allow the non-senator to speak.
So that was a point of order. So it was like based off of Robert's rule. So it's not necessarily a rule like written that you can just throw away. Like Parliamentarian Alvarez said, if you do want to do something like that, you would have to kind of, I forgot exactly what the phrasing Alvarez said in regards to, you would make a motion of disagreement with the point of order I had made.
So in the instance where the presiding officer finds something out of order, a senator may raise a point of order to override the presiding officer's decision and allow whatever motion or point that was originally raised that was found out of order to proceed.
Right. So we are still in the second round of con with 1 minute and 47 seconds. And Senator Denton, you may speak.
Thank you, President Pro Tempore Darrell Deek. Sorry, y'all, I didn't realize that I could speak at any point. I thought there was a designated time. I would just like to start by saying, for anyone who I have scandalized or offended, I'm sorry. I would like to clarify some things. That group chat, it's called Fury the Neri, after St. Philip Neri. That is the group chat for the Catholic Student Union at Florida State University. It is quite large. The group chat is quite large because CSU is, to my knowledge, the largest RSO on campus. However, I don't think it is an open group me. It's just members of the Catholic Student Union, as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge. And like a couple senators have said, those messages were simply stated as fact on the teachings of the Roman Catholic Church and what we believe as Catholics. I would not say those things in a public setting, in Senate, or for the purpose, or intention of hurting anyone. That was obviously not my intention whatsoever. And I am just sick to my stomach that this has hurt senators in the Senate, and this is causing this to happen right now. Obviously, we come here on Wednesday nights to get work done, and I'm sorry that my comments have come in the way of that. And for any trust or any confidence that you have lost in me, I'm sorry. I hope that can be regained, but this is the Catholic Student Union is my home on campus. Those people there are the people who got me in Senate when I first ran. They're my closest friends and family, and I know none of them would ever mean to hurt anyone either. Or
The second round of con has expired. I do apologize. So with that, we are now in the third round of pro. Would anybody like to speak in the third round of pro? Senator Murcia. Senator Murcia, can you
So
speak?
point of information and point of clarification, I guess. The non-senator was going to say, despite a student who was present for a Senate confirmation stating their preferred pronouns twice.
Are you speaking in the first round of pro, or are you making?
This is a point of information. Of clarification.
Point of clarification.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the right track.
So point of clarification, the non-senator was going to say, despite a student who was present for Senate confirmations stating their preferred pronouns twice, the Senate president misgendered them on the Senate floor. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Senator Murcia. Senator Ryan.
I'm sorry, guys. My my camera stopped working, so I'm actually gonna have to turn that off. I had it for a class earlier. But what I'd just like to say is a point that was brought up earlier was the point of freedom of speech and that everyone is entitled to have their own opinion. And while I totally agree with that, I also think that we should remember that we live and die by our choices. And to say your opinion, to say your belief in such a public setting with such strong wording as grave evils, I think you can have your opinions and you can say them, but you also should be held responsible for those choices. And just as Chair Leckie had said earlier, this position is a privilege, right? That we as senators have trusted in Jack this position to hold up its ideals of the Senate and of Florida State University. And I personally feel that any vote against this proceeding is a vote affirming that this language is acceptable by this Senate and this behavior is something that is acceptable. As a Catholic myself, I don't agree with this stance, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, Senator yields with 1 minute and 49 seconds to the third round of pro. So with that being said, Senator Little, would you like to speak? Where'd you go? There you go.
Sorry, my volume wasn't working.
Sure.
But yeah, I just wanted to chime in and say that whether or not we have context for this conversation, the assertion that trans people and queer people, as well as females seeking abortion rights, is professional in any context, or is unprofessional in any context. And I can't see a situation where those words could be spun positively or even neutrally. I respect people of all political and religious backgrounds. I respect everyone's right to belief. But in this case, a statement was made to a large group of FSU students, and clearly the chat not being public didn't prevent the words that were said from going public, as myself and other senators in the Pride Caucus received them almost instantly. So with that, I just will say that as an FSU student and as an FSU senator, I don't want to be represented by someone who speaks negatively about the LGBTQ community. And with that, I yield.
All right, Senator yields with 54 seconds to the third round of pro. Any other senators wishing to speak? Senator Bogle.
Hi, yes, thank you. I heard senators before talking about these sort of beliefs being inaccurate to what a student leader should be and inaccurate to what a student leader should say. And I just wanted to point that out. And really, at the end of the day, to me, this rhetoric is still just unacceptable. Somebody in such a high position of power, in my opinion, should not be using this rhetoric. I don't think anybody should really be saying this rhetoric. And if it is making senators uncomfortable, if it really makes, say, like our LGBT plus senators, me included, uncomfortable that we are being led, or this rhetoric was said, excuse me, we should vote.
Sorry, the third round of pro has been extinguished. So with that being said, we are now in the the third round of con. So with that being said, are there any senators wishing to speak in the third round of con? And please keep it on the incident that happened and make sure you are discussing the facts at length. With that being said, Senator Little, would you like to speak in the third round of con? Any senators wishing to speak in the third round of con?
May I speak, President Pro Tempore?
Yes, you may. Senator Denton.
Sorry, I can't raise my hand right now, but I'd just like to try to finish up what I was saying before. In the past 8-9 months that I've been in this position, and for the past 2.5 years that I've been a member of this body, I have done everything as a member of this body for the betterment of Florida State University and for the student body specifically. And I feel like I have treated every member and every guest here with the utmost decency and respect. And if I may have failed at times in that, I apologize. As far as the position of Student Senate President, I feel like I have done a successful job at executing my duties and responsibilities. You know, when I ran for this position, I promised you that I would give 110% in this position, and I feel like I have accomplished that to the best of my ability. I have not missed a single Senate meeting. I have continued to advance the goals that I promised I would work towards, such as bettering communication, furthering my project with the student union on acquiring a time capsule, working with Senate chairs to help better facilitate committee meetings and pass more legislation. And I think that's been done. I think that this is evident through just the sheer amount of legislation we've passed this year and sheer number of bills that we've had. I think that this is the most active Senate in recent history. In fact, we nearly had quorum coming into summer Senate without even confirming any summer senators. I think we had 29 or 30 senators just there at the cusp. But I've tried to give this position my all, and I think I've done a pretty good job at that. And I hope that you see that too. And I hope that you continue to entrust this position with me. Like I said before, I did not mean to offend or hurt anyone. This is solely in a private religious organization's group chat. And I hope that you all realize that and see that, you know, this was not meant to give harm or to do harm to anyone. Again, I believe that I've treated everyone in this body with the utmost decency and respect, and I try to live out my faith in the Senate, and that means, you know, doing just that. You know, coming to the Senate and respecting everyone. And if you feel like I haven't done that in any way, I truly apologize to you. And
the third round of con has extinguished. So with that being said, we are now in the fourth round of pro. I am still willing to accept any motions in regards to the no confidence vote for us to call a question on that. So with that being said, Senator Medley-Nara. Oh, sorry, Medley-Nara, I have to unmute you.
Thank you. I don't know whether or not the person who wanted to speak, who was not a senator, is in this chat. But if they are, I'm really sorry that we can't hear you right now, and I'm gonna do my best. Okay. All right. In my opinion, as a transgender woman, as a Christian woman, I believe that what was said in that chat was completely, utterly, like, non-debatable, rude, beyond rude, hurtful. When I first saw those messages, and I'm in Senate, and I am transgender, I was crushed, I was hurt. I was hoping that I would have the opportunity to build a professional relationship with my Senate president, as a senator, as a freshman, and as a transgender woman. Reading those messages completely squashed my trust, my hope, my dreams for anything I could have had with the current presiding Senate president. If I'm feeling that and I am currently a senator, I would hate to be a student who knows that there is a person in a position of power who could inherently harm them, whether or not they meant to, even if that's not true, you know? Because the student doesn't know that the Senate president can't sway the people's votes. Students assume that the people who are working with that person know exactly who and how they are. I would have. In fact, I did. Let those students get away. We have to help them. And I hope you agree with me. Thank you.
Senator yields with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the fourth round of pro. Anybody else wishing to speak? Senator Kuznier.
Move to call the question.
Is there a second? Senator Murcia. Oh, Senator Lavender.
So seconded.
Perfect. Lavender. Okay, so with that being said, sponsor Yanam, you still have 2 minutes and I believe it was 25 seconds left in your.
People are able to make an objection.
Does anybody have any objections? I apologize. Thank you for the reminder, Yanam.
And also, you cannot call the question during round of pro. It has to go to the round of con.
All right, so is the Senator Kuznier, do you withdraw your motion? Where's Kuznier?
I do.
All right, thank you. So with that being said, we had 1 minute left in the fourth round of pro. Did anyone else like to speak in the first round of pro? If not, Senator Murcia.
So I just wanted to say that these messages were sent to show us that the student body is not happy or comfortable with what he said. I just want to make sure that we understand that we are the voices of the student body and should respect that. With that, I yield him pro.
All right. 52 seconds left. Would anybody else like to make any statements? Senator Ryan. Senator Ryan, are you able to speak?
Sorry for that slight technical difficulty. I'd just like to mention one point, which is I 100% agree that President Jack has done a great job of making this Senate extremely productive, and he was extremely welcoming with me. But I would just like to point out that I think that using a certain senator's legislative prolificness as an excuse for their actions to go unnoticed or unaddressed, I think is a dangerous precedent. As I said earlier, it was a poor choice of words, and although he has the right to say his mind, you do have to live with the consequences of your choices, and with that, I yield.
All right, sponsor or Senator yields with 16 seconds left in the fourth round of pro. Would anybody else wish to make a comment? Senator Lavender.
Hi, Senate. I would just like to say, well, personally, like I've come to Jack for a lot of advice. When we are in roles where we represent the student body, we have to represent all of them. And with that, I yield in pro.
Senator yields with 5 seconds left to the fourth round of pro. Would anybody else like to say anything? Senator Leckie.
I'd just like to say that this is a responsibility and a privilege to be in this position. With that, I yield.
All right, and with that, the fourth round of pro has been extinguished. We are now in the fourth round of con. Would anybody like to speak or make a motion to call the question?
Could I say one last thing, President Pro Tempore Darby?
Yeah, go ahead, Senator Dan.
Thank you. Before we vote on this motion, I just wanted to say again one last time that I'm sorry, and to answer a previous senator's comment, I didn't mean to make my track record an excuse for anything I have said. Just as a matter of proving my effectiveness in this role and why I should continue serving as the Senate President. But before we take this vote, I just wanted to say that, I love this university. I love Florida State University. I love the student body here, and I love the Student Senate and each and every one of you. And I don't hold, any grudges, no matter how this vote comes out, no matter how you vote. I won't hold that against you. And I hope that that we can continue to have a professional relationship. And thank you for these past 8-9 months that I've been able to serve in this position. It's been an incredible honor. One of the greatest of my time here at Florida State. And I have, though I've been aggravated at times, maybe, I've enjoyed every single minute of it. And I'm looking forward to the future. I yield the rest of my time, President Pro Tempore Darrell Deek.
Senator yields with 1 minute and 15 seconds to the fourth round of con. Are there any motions is anybody willing to make a motion to call the question or would like to speak? Senator Kuznier.
I would like to move to call the question.
Is there a second? Senator Ryan.
So seconded.
Are there any objections? Being no objections. Senator Yano, whenever you're ready, you have 2 minutes and 24 seconds for your closing. You ready?
I need to say,
yes.
Okay, I'm ready. I need to say that this message comes from a member of the queer community. My roommate actually braided pride ribbons in my hair for the first Senate of Pride Month. A member that was not just offended and scandalized by the rhetoric that Jack Denton used, but was scared. Because people who have described me and my community as grave evils have done it with the intention to not only hurt me emotionally, but to hurt me physically. I was uncomfortable to serve under a senator that considers me a grave evil, to have someone lead me who does not respect my identity. I feel sick to my stomach that I had to handle it this way, but I would not have done this if it was not absolutely of the utmost importance. But freedom of speech should never come at the expense of anyone's safety or uncomfortability. Homophobia and transphobia is hate speech, and these beliefs have infringed on the safety and comfortability of the LGBT community and the senators in this call today. Nobody is entitled to Senate President. The Senate can decide to remove anyone for any reason. Senate President is a privilege that we elect a person to, and Jack Denton's beliefs have affected his role in the Senate, as it directly affected members of the community coming to seek Senate's confirmation. As we have heard Senator Murcia describe, when Denton seemingly misgendered a student on purpose. Senator Nehru described her reluctance to work with the president. The students who have logged on to share their frustrations but were not able to in this form of debate. Senate should be a safe space for everyone, and this behavior and rhetoric, regardless of its seemingly innocent intentions on behalf of President Denton, has created an unsafe environment for the members of the student body. And as the student body has elected the members of the Senate to be student leaders, your goal is to serve them. So ask yourself before you vote if you are comfortable making this environment unsafe for the student body. And with that, I yield.
Sponsor yields with 39 seconds. So those are extinguished now. So with that being said, it is time to take the no confidence vote. So vote yay if you do believe the president should be removed. Vote nay if you are voting against the no confidence vote, and then abstain if you feel as if you have some moral conflict. Again, yay is if you wish to remove President Denton, nay is if you wish to keep President Denton in his role, and abstention is if you have any moral conflicts. So please, 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 this is a very important vote. I would truly appreciate it if everybody could keep their vote until I say otherwise, or I decide to clear the screen, just so I can ensure accuracy in regards to the threshold we need. Senator Kuznier, Senator Murray, please vote. Okay, so the votes have been counted. And with that being said, the result is 21 yay, 21 yay, 16 nay, and 0 abstentions. So with that being said, the ratio is out of 37 because there's 37 voting senators. And so when you do 21 divided by 37, your end result is 56.7%. Therefore, the no confidence vote fails with a margin of, I believe it's like 8%. So with that being said, I relinquish the chairship back to President Denton.
Thank you, President Pro Tempore Darrell Deek. Before we move forward, like I said before, I hope that moving forward, I can rebuild my relationship with each and every one of you. And I hold no grudge against any of you for whatever way you voted. And I truly want to move forward and work to help unify the Senate to the best of my ability. With that being said, I think we should get back to work. Pro Tempore Darrell Deek, could you reshare the calendar, please? Thank you. Bills on first reading, Bill 39, sponsored by Senators Sohos and Lucky. Yes, Senator Dean. Senator Dean, did you raise your hand? Okay. Bills on first reading, Bill 39, sponsored by Senator Sohos and Lecky, amending student body statutes, chapter 807.6K regarding funding board budgets in the fall.
Jack.
Yes?
Sorry, I was in the process of getting unmuted there. I moved to verify quorum.
Oh, yes. With the President Pro Tempore, well, do you want a roll call vote or do you just want us to verify quorum?
Roll call vote.
All right. With the President Pro Tempore, please proceed with a roll call vote. And real quick, that we have an hour, 4 minutes remaining in the meeting, just to remind everyone.
So we're going to do roll call again because the numbers just keep dropping. Y'all just running away crazy. So let's start at the top. Senator Adamik. Senator Murcia. Senator Murcia, she's gone. Senator McMillan. Senator McKay. Senator McKay. All right, he is still here. Senator Bateman. Senator Bateman. Senator DeYoung. Senator Little. Senator Little. She's gone as well. Yep, Senator Little gone. Senator Lavender. Senator Selva. Senator Colvin. Senator Maddox. Senator Maddox. Senator Maddox is gone as well. Senator Rossi. Senator Mouget. Senator Tillman. Senator Quinte. Senator Palacio. Senator England. Senator Wang. Senator Yano. It's gone as well. Senator Lowry. Senator Shanahan. Senator Shanahan, you still on the call? Yes. Senator Easer. Senator Ryan. Senator Capallo. Senator Lecky. Senator Sam. Senator Gonzalez. Senator Martin. Senator Martin is not here. All right. Senator Adams. Senator Dotson. Senator Garcia. Senator Bogle. Senator Bogle. All right. Senator Diaz. Senator Alexander. Senator Krueger. Senator Dean. Senator Sylvia. Senator Kuznier. Senator Martinez. Senator Murray. Senator Medlinera. Senator Tooks. Senator Ross. Senator Chabot. Senator Chabot. I think she's gone as well. Fantastic. All right, Senator Chabot's no-go. Senator Gabadaj is trying to be readmitted. Senator Gabadaj, are you there? Perfect, he's been able to readmit. Senator Waters. Senator Waters is gone as well. Senator Stinson. Senator Rudd. Senator Rudd, are you present? No. Senator Porter. And Senator Kill. I don't think so. So that's going to be.
Stand by, Senate. We're just trying to determine if we have quorum at the moment. All right, Senate. It looks like we have 26 out of 53 senators, which is 49% of the student Senate. Unfortunately, that means we must adjourn for the night. Technically, the meeting, I believe, is automatically adjourned, but just for the sake of parliamentary procedure, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Senator Porter.
I move to adjourn.
Thank you, Senator Porter. And before I ask for the second, I just wanted to say something after the second. So if you want to stay on the line, you can. If not, you're free to leave. Senator Dean, do you have a second?
So seconded.
Thank you, Senator Dean. Are there any objections? I don't think you can really object to this, but I'm really sorry to all of you tonight who stayed on the line. I'm really sorry that we couldn't finish our business for tonight. I never would have expected anything I would have said to cause this for us tonight. So thank you for your dedication to the Student Senate. Thank you for being here tonight during this the summer nights. And please please have a good evening. And if there's anything I can do, or if there's anything you need, please feel free to reach out. and have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.